And good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to the Sprint, man. I hope you guys are having a great Thursday so far, or as Duke Carter would like to say, a Friday Eve. Yeah, we're going to have a good time today because, again, you already know we're about giving you guys those stories that keep you smiling, keep you feeling good, just to get that unplugging from the national news networks and stuff that kind of makes everybody feel a little icky after watching the political drama, the death and destruction, the violent crime that's going on. Yeah, we are the type of people that like to just take a step back for a second. Even though that news is important, this is a time to take a step back and just take a breather, get refreshed with just stories that can get a conversation started at the kitchen table. One of those stories that I'm very excited about talking about today is this one right here. Check it out. Yeah, anytime you see a law enforcement officer doing something that is out of the norm of his patrol duties, you already know it's about to be a good story, man. We got to go talk about this guy right here going over and beyond to help one of his community members. And get this is from my neck of the woods all the way back to Jonesboro, Arkansas. So I'm excited to give some love to my home and give some love to the JPD over there doing their thing. And also, again, making a difference, impacting our community members, even outside of a patrol unit or outside of the normal duties of an officer. But first and foremost, we got to get into this. You already know Father's Day is right around the corner, and you got to get some stuff to buy, right? Got to get your daddy some type of gift of some sort. Well, check it out. The National Retail Federation estimates the consumers will have about $190 of gift celebrations per person this year. Total spending reaching $22.4 billion is slightly down from last year, but still much higher than pre-pandemic levels. Besides cards, the most popular gifts for dad are the clothes, special outings like sporting events, gift cards, or personal care items like beard trimmers.
We're also seeing some new areas of gifting really rise in popularity. Things like personal care, sporting goods or leisure items, as well as things like automotive accessories, home improvement, and tools.
And if you're looking for ways to save on spending, experts say many retailers began offering discounts after Memorial Day. So keep an eye out for those sales. We were talking about this, as far as what we're doing for all of our parents. My dad, who's in Arkansas, he loves getting cards. I always send him 3 cards. I send one for me that's kind of funny and goofy a little bit. I send another one that's more serious. It's just like, yeah, you my daddy. You did that, man. You did the job. And then I send another card from Bo, my dog, and kind of do like the bad handwriting to make it seem like, he has a grandchild. Either way, it's kind of funny. It's a cute little tradition that we do in our household. But I know a lot of people, get them accessories. I know one of the times we got my dad a drone. He's still learning how to fly it and stuff like that. But everybody else out there, I know you guys got really fun things that you're going to do with your dad, whether it be take him to a game or go fishing, something that I love to do with my father, any kind of cool activities, whatever it is, please send it our way through Pennant, because again, whatever you guys are doing, let us be a part of that experience and just share that family like atmosphere, because that's what makes our community whole, right? Is families and having good fathers and appreciating our good fathers in our community. So yeah, that's always a cool deal right there. Happy early Father's Day to everybody out there. And also, don't wait till the last minute to send your stuff out. Again, get on the gifts and whatever you need to send out, get it done as soon as possible. Becoming 90 years old is something that many of us want to do, but again, I think it's a blessing when people reach the age of 90. It doesn't come as often as you think, but it does come right around. And again, like I said, that's awesome for all of our family members who have family members who have reached that age. At Warm Hearth Village in Blacksburg, they celebrated almost 50 people who actually reached that milestone, okay? So check this out. The retirement community celebrated their residents that are 90 to 99 years old. There were around 50 seniors at the event, and they all got to spend time together, enjoy their life achievement, and just share some stories. They said that there's no key thing to getting to 90.
It's a lot of it luck, because you just can't just eat well and sleep well and do all the right things and expect to live forever. No, you've got to have good genes, I guess. Good.
So yeah, man, they told us that every year seems like it passes faster than the last, and I think that's the case for people who are younger as well. I know, I just turned 31 this year, and it it just feels like it was just yesterday when I was just turning 30. But no, man, reaching age 90, that is a beautiful blessing right there. So happy birthday to everybody out there. And again, it's cool because these are the individuals with the most wisdom, who've seen so many different things, can give you the best stories. My great grandmother is the only one in my family that I know reached past the age of 90. I think she passed away eventually at 93. But either way, that woman was filled with so many stories, and it was just always cool just to go visit and sit in the living room with her while she was in her rocking chair and just hear her talk, whether it was about the Bible or whether it was about, some kind of story that she did when she was a child, or how she raised my mom and her mom, So you guys, if you got any parents or anybody out there that is the age of 90, go out there and show them that you love them. Show them that you appreciate them, because again, that's just a rare thing that happens. And I always tell people, be thankful for what you got, and again, do not take individual souls like that for granted, because they, like I said, they're rocks of our families. I love that type of stuff. So yeah, happy birthday to everybody is age 90 to 99. Shout out to you guys at that community over there. All right, let's get into our weather forecast. It's going to be a hot one. So let's get to meteorologist Chris Michaels. It's going to give us kind of that trajectory of what we're looking like for the rest of the week. So Michael, Chris, take it away.
Hey guys, happy Thursday. Today slightly warmer with highs 82 to 88. Tomorrow looking at the potential for near record heat. Roanoke at 93. Still in the 80s Father's Day, hot and increasingly humid next week. We'll break it down each morning on the Sprint.
All right, Chris, thank you so much. You guys know that party is not stopping there. We got some more stuff to get to. So after the break, we're getting to a very sweet little rescue that this cute little puppy was saved from some type of vent. Got that footage coming your way. And we're also talking about the good in law enforcement. This is coming from all the way from Jonesboro, Arkansas, my neck of the woods. I got to give them some love because, again, you never see law enforcement as much doing things outside of their duties and roles. And you already know law enforcement get a bad rep. Well, we're going to figure out and show you guys just how integral they are in our community and come in, especially when they're needed the most. Stay tuned. WSLS.com on the Sprint. We'll be right back after this short break. And welcome back to the Sprint, man. Let's get into all things animals right now. Cute little rescue story happening with this little guy right here. It's a heartwarming rescue of a puppy that got stuck in a vent on the third floor of a townhouse. Captured on video. Look at his little tail. Oh, he getting pulled right on out. That harrowing ordeal happened in Douglas County, Colorado. Little Archie Bean unintentionally slipped through an uncovered vent after jumping from a bed. The 12-week-old 5-pound Pekingese was stranded for over 3 hours. Fire Rescue Sheriff's Department and the Plum Blind Service crew all sprang into action to get the little puppy. Look at him looking like, I don't know what just happened to me. So operation was not without its challenges, as the crew had to navigate through the intricate ductwork of the townhome to locate Archie. But in the end, he was returned safely to his owner. So again, shout out to our first responders. Stepping in, doing the deed. I wouldn't know what to do. First of all, Bo would never be able to fit in an vent. But hypothetically speaking, if he was that tiny and he ended up slipping through a vent, I would be so panicked. I wouldn't even know where to begin to try to get him. I myself, because I would freak out so much, probably would rip the wall out myself. But again, thank goodness that these people stepped in when they could, rescue little Archie Bean. Archie Bean looking like, Lord, blessed Jesus, let me get me out of this darkness. His little bitty tail. How in the world did he just, and another thing, like, how did they find him? Like, I wonder, did they just follow him barking, his yipping? I don't know. Look at him. Look at his eyes. Watch his eyes. Hold on, my paws are right here. Look, look at Archie Bean. Archie Bean look like he done seen something. Look at boo. Archie like, what just happened? He was like, needless to say, if you're my size, never do that again. And again, thank God that he made it back to his owner safely. They were able to rescue him. And again, it was a successful operation. All right, guys, let's get into some more smiles of the day, things that'll keep you talking. Things will remind you that, again, law enforcement is really a good thing to have in our community. I know they get a bad rep. And granted, there are some bad apples out there. I know people be like, yeah, you're doing that. No, I mean, it is what it is. Bad apples are in every department, in every career, industry. Bad apples in the news industry. Bad apples in, the medical field. Yeah, there are bad apples everywhere, but that does not dictate or make that whole, we can't paint everything with one paintbrush, so with that being said, I am always pro police, pro law enforcement, and anytime we have stories like this that can kind of showcase the good that are in them uniforms, I'm all about it. Okay, so again, many police departments, they carry out their protect and serve logo to the T, and most of us see them primarily, kind of in protect mode, where they're in their patrol units going to investigate a scene, being called to a shooting or something like that. But one amazing service happened, and it was just so simple of an act, but it went a long way. Check it out from my home, actually, news station over in Jonesboro, Arkansas, KAIT. Check this out.
Near the corner of Brazos Street and Parkwood Road sits a home with a fresh-cut lawn, and where a gesture of kindness was shown by a Jonesboro police officer. Shirley Calhoun is a caregiver for the homeowner, helping him out any way she can.
So this particular day, he was talking about how bad his yard looked. So I went to my house and got my lawnmower, and I was cutting the ditch.
That's when Calhoun was stopped by Jonesboro Police Officer Tommy Miller.
First, he asked me, can he help me? And so I thought he was looking for somebody or something. And he said, I said, no, I appreciate it though. He said, are you sure?
Calhoun decided to take Miller up on his offer and let him finish cutting the grass. Calhoun said Officer Miller's actions that day took her by surprise.
I said, why did you do that? He said, well, we are supposed to help one another.
When I'm driving around, I'm looking for opportunities to try to help people. So I saw one and figured I'd be able to help her out.
Miller said moments like these are one of the reasons why he became an officer in the first place.
There's so much bad stuff on social media that I want to give people firsthand positive experiences with law enforcement.
Miller added he didn't do it for the recognition, saying it's his job to make a difference in the community.
I'd hope that somebody would do that for one of my family members, so I'm trying to be that person for somebody else.
As for Calhoun, she said Miller's actions gave her a new perspective on law enforcement.
Now, any police I see, I'll wave at them or speak to them or, because he was just that nice. He made a world of difference to me. He really did.
So, yeah. Again, I love this kind of story. It is so funny. I love seeing these stories come out of the station that this was actually my first station that I worked at. And anytime I know the grind of that station, I know how you got to go out and about to get these stories. And, seeing these neighborhoods and seeing JPD and everybody, it's cool bringing back that kind of story because, again, it is something that really goes a long way in a community and showcases the positive that's happening. Not all the time, the death and destruction and the crime that people get tired of sometimes, but it showcases the hearts that are among us, So shout out to this officer doing his thing because, again, he could have just kept going and he made it a point to stop and help her. You know how I feel about this story, but we went to the comment section, and yes, I went all the way back to Jonesboro, Arkansas. Osceola is my hometown, but I worked and lived for the most of my time basically in college in Jonesboro, so which was like, I think, 45 to an hour away. Either way, you guys had a lot to say about it in the comment section about how good this made you feel. Check it out. Again, we're dealing with the situation where an officer stepped in right on time to help a homeowner and a caregiver actually take care of their job while she was trying to cut the yard herself. He was just like, let me do it. So shout out to him. Denise came in and said that, way to go, Mr. Miller. We appreciate your kindness. Awesome comment right there. Another commenter come in and he said that, this is coming from June, says that's a kind act, make someone happy, 100%. Again, I think it's one of those stories that should definitely put a smile on your face or at least inspire you to do something up for somebody else. Kendra says, thank you, Officer Miller. This was so nice. Hashtag better together. That is 100% correct. Another commenter came in and they said, Teresa says, my favorite kind of news. See, I'm telling you, man, a lot of people, yeah, you got the dramatic stuff, always goes viral all the time. But these are the kind of stories that I think are the underdogs of what people really, really want. Because, again, we always like to see the good that's happening. Then Deb came in and says, thank you, Officer Miller. God bless you. Yeah, God bless you so, so much. And, again, thank you so much for inspiring others to step in and, again, at the very least, pay it forward. Let's get right with Jazzy Jazz right here. Jazz, is this not the sweetest story? Like, I love these kind of things.
Yeah, I just love seeing police officers go out to the community and just doing nice, kind acts of service that they did not have to do whatsoever. Because he didn't have to come to this lady's yard and help her out and help her mow her lawn and just take this extra weight off her shoulders. But out of the kindness in his heart, he felt like it was something that he wanted to help her with. And honestly, that's a beautiful thing because I know like how tiresome it can be just taking care of your home and making sure it's kept well, basic maintenance, mowing the lawn. And I know she was probably not looking forward to it, especially like the condition and state that it was in.
Yeah.
But he stepped in when she didn't even ask him to. I mean, that's honestly, it's an amazing thing. And it's so simple, but it really goes a long way. And the fact that she said that it caused a domino effect for her in her life and her interactions with officers going forward. So now she goes out in public and she's an officer and she smiles and waves, all because of this positive experience. So it's nice seeing these little bits and moments of positivity really to spark these different, a whole one side of positivity. Like, it's just a beautiful thing because you never know how much one simple act of kindness can mean to somebody.
Oh, yeah. And, the thing is, you just made a really good point. What frustrates me so much is because, again, a lot of news stations and stuff, they like to pick the stories that will make people click on it because, oh, my God, that's so bad. That's so evil. And it happened, these good little acts right here, they happen more often than you realize. And if people can put such a spotlight on that more so than letting all the one negative act destroy everything that people see, like you said, it helps out. Kids need to see that positivity. They don't need to see all that. And next thing you know, they get fearful and they start, having these assumptions and stereotypes about law enforcement. Whereas in reality, again, this is what local news is all about. Showcasing that kind of goodness.
Yeah. And it's just a matter of, like you said, highlighting these positive moments that people have experience in this world. And I feel like it's really easy to get swept up by all the negativity that exists. But believe it or not, it is a lot of positivity out there. There's a lot of people with big hearts who are willing to go out of their way to help someone, and just these little acts of kindness really do go a long way. And it might be simple, but it can mean the world to someone.
Right.
And it really meant the world to her. And it's a beautiful thing. I feel like that's why I love being involved with the Sprint so much, because it's really just a way for us to showcase positive news. I feel like that is so, so important in a world where you don't hear that too often.
Right.
So I love that.
Oh, yeah. And then, again, it goes without saying, everybody, we're all humans. Whether you're wearing a uniform or not, we're human. And then, again, there are people out there willing to pay it forward. So hopefully people will pay it forward in that regard. Jazz, we got a really cool event coming up. I'm actually this is going to be my first time coming out to the the Shred. So WSLS Shred going down this weekend.
Yeah, so we are super, super excited. I know a lot of people, they reach out to us every single year asking us if we're still having it. So we are super excited. It is this Saturday from 8 a.m. to noon. It's at a new location at the Berglund Center. And it's just an opportunity to get rid of any personal documents that you might have that might be cluttering your home, or just any sort of documents that you just want to get rid of and safely dispose of. So again, it's at the Berglund Center. It's at a new location this year. It's from 8 a.m. to noon. There's a limit to 3 bags per person. The entrance is located right across from McDonald's and Member 1. So just keep an eye out for that as you're headed towards the Berglund Center. So yeah, we are super, super excited to see you guys there, and we hope to see you this Saturday. We'll also be live streaming it on WSLS.com if you just want to tune in and see what the event itself is looking like and how many people are there. We also have the event itself and the details on our Facebook, on WSLS.com if you're interested in learning more. But again, we're super, super pumped. We have a lot of faces that are going to be there. Jackie, Greg, Chris, Carlin. So we are super, and many, many more. So we are super, super pumped.
All right, Jazz. Well, I'll see you then, girl.
All right, bye.
Bye. Yeah, guys. So again, I will be there, and I will have my little Charlie speaker. You guys already know. Every time we do the sprint, you can see him right there, sitting behind me. Normally, he's charging out right now because again, when we go out there, it's going to be a party. It's going to be a paper shredding party. That's what I was saying earlier today. Either way, I hope to see you guys out there because again, it's going to be a good time, and more importantly, we are there to be your protector. We're there to get those papers, out of the sight of somebody who would like to take that and steal your identity and do something they ain't got no business doing with it, okay? So either way, if you guys want to come on out with the 3 bags. 3 bags, that's the limit, and then we'll take good care of you. And I can't wait to see you guys then. Again, that's going down on Saturday. Thanks so much for joining us today, guys. Again, another awesome day of positive news stories that I hope get a positive conversation going at your kitchen table, your dinner table, on a walk, at a picnic, whatever you're doing right now, and however way you're watching us, whenever you're watching us, we're all about that back and forth positivity, good conversation, and anything that you guys would like to talk about or anything that you guys have been talking about. You already know how we do it right here. We keep it real. Anyways, we'll see you guys back here again, wrapping up our week on our Friday, tomorrow afternoon, and tomorrow evening. We'll see you then, WSLS.com on the Sprint.